Hey, if you just got permanent change of station, or PCS orders, to the Naval Base Kitsap, congratulations, and I've got you. Kitsap County is one of the best places in the whole country to be stationed, but it's also one of the most complex markets to navigate on a short timeline. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to give you everything the local agents know that nobody puts in the relocation packet. BAH strategy, neighborhood selection by gate, the traffic truth, VA loan timing, and why buying here might be the best financial move you make in your whole career. Let's get into it. All right, you're watching this because you have orders, or orders are coming, and you have somewhere between 30 and 90 days to figure it all out. And it's literally one of the biggest logistical and financial decisions of your whole military career. So where do you live? Do you rent or buy? On base or off? Which neighborhoods work for your gate? What does your basic allowance for housing, or what is referred to as a BAH, actually cover in this market? These are all real questions, and there's a framework that works for almost every military family coming into Kitsap. That's what we're building today. Here's the default approach most military families take. They get orders, they find a property management company near the base, and they rent for the first year while they figure out the area. Which is logical on the surface. Don't commit to a house you haven't seen in a market you don't know yet. Rent first, buy when you're settled. That's the safe play. The problem is that rent first in a market like Kitsap can cost a military family $30,000 to $50,000 in wealth building they never get back. Not because renting is wrong, but because VA loans give military buyers one of the most powerful financial instruments available in any real estate market. Zero down, no PMI, competitive rates, and most service members don't fully understand how to deploy it on a PCS timeline. Today, we're going to fix that. I'm James Bergstrom. I'm a broker, investor, and owner of Paramount Real Estate Group in Kitsap County. I've worked with military families PSSing to Naval Base Kitsap, Bremerton and Bangor, and I understand the timeline, the BAH framework, and the VA loan process. My job is to help you make the smartest possible move in the time you have. So here's the roadmap. We'll start with the BAH versus buy decision, the most important financial question of your PCS. Then I'll walk you through the two bases and why they require different housing strategies. Then the neighborhood map by gate, on base versus off base, including the waitlist reality, the Gorst traffic factor for South Kitsap gate commuters, and I'll close with the complete military home buyer playbook for this market. So let's build your plan. Well, let me start with the number that most military families stare at and then misinterpret, your BAH. BAH, Basic Allowance for Housing, is your housing budget paid to you tax-free monthly. For 2026, Naval Base Kitsap Bremerton BAH rates increased to 2.5% approximately from the prior year. And E5 with dependents is looking at approximately $2,364 per month. Rates scale up with rank, and officers at 03 and 04 level are working with significantly more. You can verify your exact 2026 BAH at the official Naval Base Kitsap housing websites linked in the description. Here's how to think about BAH versus buying. If you rent, your BAH covers the rent payment and you walk away at the end of your tour with zero equity and zero asset. Well, the BAH did its job. You had a roof, but you built nothing. If you buy with a VA loan, your BAH becomes a mortgage payment on an asset that is building equity every month. No down payment required and no PMI. VA loan interest rates are typically the most competitive in the market. In Kitsap County, where the median home price is around $562,500 and appreciation has been running 3 to 5% annually, a 3-year tour of buying on day one versus renting for year one can easily represent $30,000 to $50,000 in lost equity opportunity. Your BAH is not a housing budget. It is a seed capital for the largest wealth building opportunity most military families have access to. The VA loan is one of the most powerful financial tools in existence, and most people in uniform are underutilizing it. Changing that is one of the most important things I do for military clients. Before you can make any housing decision, you need to understand which base you're reporting to, because Bremerton and Bangor are not the same place and they drive completely different housing strategies. Naval Base Kitsap is one installation with two distinct geographic hubs. Naval Base Kitsap Bremerton is on the south end of the Puget Sound shoreline, which is home to the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, aircraft carriers, and surface ship maintenance. Naval Base Kitsap Bangor is about 12 miles north in the Silverdale area, home to the Trident nuclear submarine fleet, one of the most critical strategic assets in the U.S. military. Combined, Naval Base Kitsap is the third largest Navy installation in the entire country. Your gate commute is everything on a military base. A family stationed at Bremerton who buys a house optimized for a Bangor commute is going to be driving 25 minutes further than they needed to every single day. Bremerton's main gate is on the south side of the city, so East Bremerton, Central Bremerton, and Port Orchard offer the most direct access. Bangor's Trident gate sits off Highway 3 near Silverdale. Silverdale, Central Kitsap, and Paulsbo are in the optimal commute zone. So if you don't know yet which side of the base you'll be on, Silverdale and Central Kitsap give you reasonable access to both. That's often the safest bet when the assignment is ambiguous. So know your gate, build your search from there. Let's map the actual communities to the actual gates. This is the tactical piece. For Naval Base Kitsap Bremerton gate commuters, you have three strong options. First is East Bremerton, close and affordable, improving. Manette, Kitsap Lake, and Blueberry Meadows neighborhoods are popular with military families. It's 5 to 15 minutes to the main gate. Home prices here run below the county median, which means your BH goes further. Second option is Port Orchard. It's directly south. More land, more house for the dollar, waterfront access at genuinely impressive prices. Commute to the Bremerton gate runs 15 to 25 minutes, but one critical thing to know, Port Orchard to North Kitsap passes through Gorst. I have a full video on that, link in the description. That traffic variable needs to be in your planning. For Naval Base Kitsap Bangor gate commuters, Silverdale is your primary zone. Closest major community to the Trident Gate, most practical and amenity-rich area in the county, home to the $645 million St. Michael Medical Center. So Central Kitsap neighborhoods also work well for Bangor commuters and tend to offer slightly more affordable housing. Paulsbo is worth a look for Bangor commuters who want more community character, generally 20 to 30 minutes to the Trident Gate. Families with children consistently rate North Kitsap School District highly. My rule of thumb is always start with a 20-minute radius from your gate, then widen from there based on what your BH can access. Don't reverse engineer from a house you saw on Zillow. Build the search from the gate out. By the way, I put together a free Washington State relocation guide specifically for people making this research journey. It's linked in the description. No opt-in required. Grab it. Now, let's talk on-base housing, because this question comes up in every military family conversation. Naval Base Kitsap offers privatized on-base family housing managed by Hunt Military Communities with over 1,700 homes available. 3 and 4 bedroom homes based on rank and family size. Your BH goes directly to the housing office. So the upside of on-base housing is real. Security community, zero commute to work, no property management concerns, and on-base amenities. So for families with young children, the community aspect is often the deciding factor. Your kids are surrounded by kids in the same situation. Everyone understands the military lifestyle. The downside is also real. On-base housing has wait lists that can range from a few months to over a year. Hunt military wait lists for 3 and 4 bedroom homes are currently averaging about 4 to 6 months, and that's based on recent 2026 trends. And on-base housing has received mixed reviews on maintenance and responsiveness. So do your research at pcsgrades.com. It's the Yelp of military housing. The link is in the description. Financially, on-base housing is essentially a break-even proposition. Your BAH covers housing, you build no equity, and you have no asset when you leave, which is fine if the lifestyle value justifies it. But if you're thinking about wealth building, off-base ownership is the play, 100%. So my recommendation, put your name on the wait list the moment your orders are confirmed, even if you're planning to live off base initially. And if you're leaning off base, start with the VA loan pre-approval process at the same time so you're ready to move when the right property comes up. I have a full video on Gorst traffic called the Gorst effect, and I'm going to link it in the description. But here's the military specific version because it directly affects which neighborhoods are viable for gate commutes. Gorst is a single point choke point where Highway 3 and Highway 16 converge at the base of Sinclair Inlet. So if your commute from Port Orchard to South Kitsap takes you through Gorst during peak hours, you need to plan for a 58% longer travel time in the morning. Two specific strategies for military personnel. First, if you have any flexibility on your reporting time, talk to your chain of command. Shifting to 30 to 45 minutes earlier or later takes you almost entirely out of the peak Gorst window. Second, if you're looking at Port Orchard because the home values are compelling, test the drive to your gate at your exact reporting time before you make an offer. Do it on a Tuesday. The Sunday afternoon version tells you nothing. All right, South Kitsap is great for many military families. The value is real, but the Gorst variable needs to be in your math. North and Central Kitsap commuters don't deal with this at all, so know which zone your gate puts you in. This is the one that changes everything for military buyers. This is what I walk every service member client through it before we write a single offer. The VA loan is not just a mortgage product. It is the most powerful home buying instrument available to any buyer in the United States. Zero down payment, no private mortgage insurance, competitive interest rates. Sometimes seller-paid closing costs are the standard. Just depends on the market. But used correctly, a VA loan lets a military family build meaningful equity on a PCS timeline with almost none of the upfront capital a civilian buyer needs. Step 1, get pre-approved before you start looking at houses. Not pre-qualified, pre-approved. Pre-approval means a lender has verified your income, your service history, and your certificate of eligibility and is ready to fund. In a competitive market like Kitsap, showing up to an offer without pre-approval is showing up without any credibility, so sellers won't wait for you. Step 2, work with a lender, preferably a local lender who has real VA loan experience. You see, VA loans have specific appraisal requirements, minimum property requirements, and timelines that differ from conventional financing. So a lender who does 2 VA loans a year will slow you down and cause problems. A VA specialist lender can close clean. Step 3, move quickly but not recklessly. Kitsap is an active market. Well-priced homes in good school district near bases can receive multiple offers. So when you find the right property, talking about the one you verified on a Tuesday morning commute in the right school zone within your BAH range, be ready to write it that day. The families who hesitate for a week lose the house of their dreams to a buyer who moved in 48 hours. Step 4, think about your exit strategy from day one. Military careers involve multiple PCS cycles, so when you buy in Kitsap, ask yourself, if I get orders in 3 years and can't sell, could this property rent for a number that covers the mortgage? In most Kitsap neighborhoods near the bases, the answer is yes. The military rental market here is strong and consistent. So many military service members and families in Kitsap become Kitsap landlords by the time they hit their second or third tour elsewhere. That's not a mistake, that's strategy. So the service members I've watched build real financial security from their military career all treated every PCS as an investment decision and not just a housing decision. They used their VA loan entitlement as the wealth building tool it was designed to be. And that playbook is available to you starting right now. Here's what you now know that most service members and families don't have in their relocation packet. Your BAH is seed capital for a VA loan that builds real equity on a PCS timeline. Bremerton and Bangor are different bases with different gate strategies, so build your search from the gate out. East Bremerton and Port Orchard for Bremerton gate commuters, and Silverdale and Central Kitsap for Bangor. On-base housing has real lifestyle value but zero equity building. Put your name on the waitlist regardless. The Gorst variable affects South Kitsap gate commutes and needs to be in your plan. And the military homebuyer playbook, pre-approval first, VA specialist lender, move fast when, and the military homebuyer playbook, pre-approval first, VA specialist lender, move fast when you find the right property, and think exit strategy from day one. So you came in with orders and a lot of questions. You leave with a framework. This is exactly what local agents know and what relocation packets don't often say. If this gave you more than you expected, and if you feel like you're heading into your PCS with a real plan, that's what this channel is built for. Most of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your service, seriously. Now, let's make sure Kitsap takes care of you the way that you deserve. If you have PCS orders to Naval Base Kitsap and you want to talk through your specific situation, your gate, your BAH, your timeline, your family needs, I do free strategy conversations specifically for military families. It's no pitch, no pressure, just a real conversation with someone who knows this market and knows the VA loan process cold. The link is in the description. I'd love to help you land well here. And the Washington State Relocation Guide is in the description too. It's a great overview of the whole county for families doing initial research. So please, if you would, subscribe. If you want more content like this, I try to release a new video every week. And if you have a specific question about PCSing to Kitsap that I didn't cover today, drop it in the comments as I read everyone and I'll answer. Thank you so much again for watching, and most of all, again, thank you for your service.